Okay, it's Friday, and we are going to wrap up World War One. We're going to look at what stopped World War One, and the reason we're going to look specifically at it is because, unfortunately, because there were some problems with the way this war ended, there's actually going to be some seeds of resentment and anger sown at the end of this war that are going to really help lead to World War Two. So we're going to start by looking at what an armistice is. Okay, an armistice. Sorry, is kind of like a ceasefire, but it's a little more formal than a ceasefire. It's saying you're going to stop fighting and you're going to try to work out some kind of agreement to stop the fighting. To come, you stop a war with a peace treaty. So the armistice is a step before that. And what I want you to do is I want you to click this link. It's going to open a PowerPoint with this video. It's me doing a video using a PowerPoint. And I'm going to ask you to write a few things down. This video is a little bit longer than I usually make. I think it's about 9 minutes. So give it a few minutes to load if you need to, but grab your notebook because I want you to write a few things down as I explain about the armistice. And then we're going to look at the influence of the United States on this armistice because Wilson was there, and I guess the viewpoint of the United States was a little bit different from Europe. Most of Europe was very angry at Germany. They blamed Germany for starting this war. The United States had not been involved in it for as long, and Wilson recognized that if you just stomp on Germany, then you're going to destroy Europe economically because Germany was a powerhouse economically before World War One. And when you punish somebody harshly, they tend to do nothing but resent you. And he knew that that's what would happen. So he tried to get people to look at what he called his 14 points. And these were points that he felt should be a part of the armistice and the treaty. And he suggested and tried to get the other countries to soften their stance a little bit against Germany. He was not successful with this, but he did try very hard. So again, open the PowerPoint video where I'm going to go through it for you, and you're going to use your notebook. You're going to write down. There's a specific new vocabulary word, and I think you'll hear that pretty easily. And then in a text box, I want you to pick out two, excuse me, of Wilson's 14 points that you think other countries might object to. And tell me why you think they might object. For example, if one of the terms is you take land from one country and give it to another country, the country that the land was taken from is going to object to that. So try to find two of his 14 points that you think there might be a country that objects to it and explain who they would be and what you think they would object to, because certainly not everybody agreed with Wilson's 14 points. All right, then we want to look at the actual treaty that ended World War One. So this is a video about the Treaty of Versailles, and then we're going to move into the Great Depression and World War Two. But we have to talk about the Treaty of Versailles because that punishing of Germany after World War One was part of the seeds of World War Two. And then I've got a quiz for you to take a look at. You'll have one or the other versions of the quiz, but for this one, it's a little bit different. I want you to open this reading tab and have it open while you're taking the quiz. So this is not long, and it sums up everything we have already talked about. The reading level is not a difficult level here. If, however, you want to do the quiz with me and help me or let me help you by reading to you, I will be happy to do that. Please set up a tutoring appointment by using that blue diamond on our home page and choose a tutoring time, and I will be happy to go through it with you so that you can be sure that you find the right space in the reading to read this. I don't think you'll have too much trouble with it, but if you're worried about it or if you just like a little extra support, then let me know and make that appointment, and I will be glad to help you with it. Have a great weekend.